I was reading this morning in the book of Mark, and I thought I'd share this study on blindness. You don't want to be blind. Mark, this is 35. Two of the disciples, James and John, the sons of Zebedee, came to Jesus. "Teacher," they said, "we want you to do for us whatever we ask." They're trying to trap Jesus, and they're treating him like a genie. They're going to make him do magic for him. "Promise us whatever we ask." Jesus asks, "What do you want me to do for you?" They replied, "Let one of us sit at your right hand and the other at your left hand in glory." They're so stupid, but they're just like us. They want greatness. Even in God's kingdom, they're seeking the top seat. Jesus says, "You don't know what you're asking. Can you drink the cup I drink and be baptized with the baptism I am baptized with?" "We can," they answered. "Sure we can." Jesus said to them, "You will drink the cup I drink and baptize with the baptized I am baptized with, but to sit at my right or left hand, that's not for me to grant." Jesus is saying they're going to go through his suffering. They don't know what they're asking for. Okay, then verse 41. When the other 10 disciples heard this, they became indignant with James and John. And, so they're freaking out, going, "How dare you ask for top 2 seats?" Maybe the other disciples wanted to be top also. Jesus gathered them all together because they're all fighting. He's like, "Hey, guys, you know that those who are regarded as rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them? Not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must become your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be the slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." Here he's giving them their nightmare scenario. They wanted to be number 1, number 2, they wanted to be top dog. And he goes, no, to be the top dog, you have to be a slave. You have to be a servant to each other. So that's how you get greatness, in contradistinction to how you get greatness among the Gentiles, where they're always trying to lord their position over each other. Jesus knows the heart of man so well. But then this is the most important part, okay? Right after this verse, it says, verse 46, "Then they came to Jericho." So this word "then" means it is intended to follow that story with purpose. Then, okay, you have to tie this to the previous story. See, then they came to Jericho, and they left this large crowd, and they were leaving the city, and a blind man was sitting by the road begging. When he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to shout, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Many rebuked him. See, Jesus just now taught them about how to be great in the kingdom of heaven, and the disciples probably, and many in the crowd, are already rebuking the one guy that Jesus wants you to be like, not blind, but humble. He says, many rebuked him, but he shouted all the more, "Son of David, have mercy on me." And Jesus stopped and said, "Call him." So they called him out to the blind man. "Cheer up, get on your feet, he's calling you." Throwing his cloak aside, back then a cloak would be his only possession. He threw his only possession aside. He jumped to his feet and came to Jesus. And then Jesus asked him, "What do you want me to do for you?" This is in contrast to the disciples who tried to trap Jesus and say, "Give us whatever we ask for." Jesus doesn't give it to them. He gives it to the blind man. He says, "What do you want me to do for you?" In other words, ask for anything. And the blind man said, "Rabbi, I want to see." "Go," Jesus said, "your faith has healed you." That's it. Immediately, he received his sight and followed Jesus along the road. He became a follower of Jesus in a way that the disciples did not. You see, Jesus is doing, this is a loaded verse. he's showing the sons of Zebedee, the two that are asking for greatness, that they're blind. See, they can see on the outside, but they're blind. But this blind man who got Jesus right, he can see. So he's using this as a teaching moment. That's why he puts the word then in there about this story right after James and John. So don't be blind. Make sure that you see, not with your eyes, but with your heart, at who Jesus really is and who we really are. He wants us to serve each other. He wants us to be low and slaves to each other, and not seeking greatness even in his kingdom. I'm Doug TenNapel. I'm the happiest guy I know. I might also be the proudest, but I'm sure thankful for these verses.